I'll go ahead and say it now. If you're not ready for a fight, this may not be a path for you because every day out here is a fight. It's been an interesting couple days. I know it's been a little while, so put some stuff together for you. Hope you enjoy it. And let's get into the video. What's going on, guys? To the new subscribers, welcome in. There's a couple of you. To the usual suspects, welcome back. It has been some time. That typically means I'm either really busy or I'm really not busy. And it has been a combination of all of that. So just want to chat with you, talk to you, let you know what's going on. The pre-pass came to life, and between Colorado and Montana, we did not hit another way station.
Thank you!
Got that load delivered on Thursday. Super cool place. Columbia, or no, that wasn't Columbia Falls. Where the heck that one went. I don't even remember where this stuff goes anymore. It's so much going on. But I got that load delivered there in Montana. Went to Missoula. Got parked. It was Thursday. I was basically not completely. I had 20-something hours. I couldn't really get the type of loads that I like. You guys have watched my videos. You know the kind of loads that I like to do. And so I was trying everything I could to find something, but hours didn't work. I find one, and I couldn't make it without taking a 34. So I said, you know what? We need a 34, but let's get another load in. And now you sometimes have to think out of the box if you're in, say, I don't know, Missoula, Montana. And a load popped up. And it is a load that I had forgotten about, but probably like it more than I like shingles. And it basically picked up Friday and delivered Monday in Columbia Falls. I knew it was Columbia Falls reason. Oh, that other one went up to the same place in Montana. But here's the problem. I was in Missoula. The load was in Tacoma. For those of you playing the home game, that's 450 miles away. But I needed a 34. I couldn't run where I wanted to run. And again, you do you, I'll do me.
That's what she said.
The load was paying almost $4 a mile because the load was only going 615 miles, and it was paying 2,300. Yeah, 2,300, almost $4 a mile.
Gee, let me think. Sure.
So I did the math, and with the 400 and whatever miles deadhead, it was literally a 1,000 mile trip for $2,300, or $2.30 a mile. But, and I'm going to be putting, I think the videos where I do like the securement showing and that kind of stuff, I'm going to make those YouTube shorts because some of the stuff is really simple. Like this load was foam insulation. Full trailer. I'll throw a picture in here, and full trailer load, 53 foot, stem to stern, 8,000 pounds. So not only was it 1,000 miles for $2,300, it was also insanely good fuel economy, despite having to dodge a few wildfires. which was an experience, and still haven't quite got the smell out of the truck. There was a ton of smoke up there in Montana. But got up Monday, delivered that load, bounced on back down to Missoula, because again, Columbia Falls, if you look it up, is in the middle of nowhere, and that was the closest spot I could find. I looked on Monday. I actually looked on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but by the time I got back from Columbia Falls, now it's about noon, 1 o'clock on Monday. And I said, well, we'll do like we did before, because what I didn't tell you real quick, sorry to backtrack on that installation story, was I called that broker thinking I was calling the after hours line. I called that broker at about 3 o'clock in the morning and booked that load. So he was like, I need loads booked. So I knew that I was looking, for loads, but I got up Tuesday again, 6:30 in the morning, and there's just nothing popping up. I am in a deserted wasteland of freight, and I knew this. I had made plenty of money. I knew what I got myself into. This was as bad as Denver, if not worse. So I said, well, at this point, I've been off 24 hours. So we'll take another 34.
You just got jammed.
And we'll find something on Wednesday. So I spent all day Tuesday afternoon. I thought I had a load lined up. Broker did not want to play with the price. And I'm just telling you, just saying this for what it's worth, and I'm sure we'll get into it later in the video. You got to do you. You got to do what works for you. And I could not make the load work with what he wanted to work. It was only 180 miles from Missoula, but that was 3.5 hours up into the mountains. Loading time, 3.5 hours back, all the way to North Carolina. It just wasn't paying enough. And lo and behold, I got up on Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning with nowhere to go. And a load popped up, and it was going from Missoula, of all places, to Williston, Vermont. My kind of load, baby. And so, but it was 48,000 pounds, but the rate was really good to me for what I'd been looking at. And I'm doing the math, and I'm pulling out my weigh ticket, and I'm okay, I've got an overweight. How would I do it? I'm taking it. Call the broker. Just booked it.
Emotional, damn it!
Back to the load board. And about 5 minutes later, the same load pops up. And I was like, he said it was booked, but I'm not wasting any time now. Call the broker. Hey, what's going on? I don't know, was the load or not? He goes, look, I'll let you know. You'll be the first one we call. We're having problems with the guy. He booked it, and now all of a sudden he wants more money, and now he doesn't know when he's going to pick it up. When can you pick it up? I'm in Missoula. When would you like it picked up? Well, it's not till tomorrow. Okay, I can pick it up today. Well, what will you do it for? Do it for the rate posted. Okay, let me talk to the broker. Got a call back, and we booked the load. So 48,000 pounds of lumber, tarped, from Missoula, Montana, over here to Vermont, deliver on Monday. I'll get up to Vermont on Sunday. But told you the load is 48,000 pounds. Told you about my overweight ticket. So rookie mistake, number 74 of my adventure. I get there, I walk in, I'm here to get loaded. It's like, okay, get you loaded, you pull the truck around, stuff there. I'm like, yeah, I'm just worried about the weight. And, well, it's right on weight. And the load sheet says, customer loads up to at least 48,000. You can see where this is going, but I didn't. I'm in the moment. So they get this lumber on the step, and then they get some on the trailer, and I'm looking at my weight right gauge, and they put it on. I'm like, this is it. It's like really long, like 16-foot long boards. Like, yeah, that's it. I was like, man, my suspension gauge, my weight gauge in the truck is saying that I don't even have 30,000 pounds on my drives. Let's move the whole load forward 4 feet. I'm sorry, I overthink stuff. Customer was like, no problem. Jim here's in training. We could use the help moving the stuff around. We'll move it around for you. So they move it. My pressure gauge hits 60. Everything's lined up on the trailer. I'm like, all right, well, I'll secure it. And so I secure it, tarp it, go in and get my paperwork. 40,000 pounds. I never even asked what it weighed because they said it weighed 48,000 pounds. The sheet said 48,000 pounds. Said they load to 48,000 pounds. If I just would have asked the guy, hey, when he said it's on weight, if I'd have just said 48,000 pounds, he'd be like, oh, no, it's only 40.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
And I would have had a load off my plate. But anyway, I got loaded. I got over the scale. And sure enough, I am 32 on the drives, 17 on the front axle, 16 on the back axle. Tarp looks great. The load is ready to roll. But let's get into the actual heart of the video, what I actually wanted to talk about, because I don't have a lot of loading and unloading of the foam stuff, and this is tarped, it's 9 straps. I want to get into the title of the video, so let's get into it and see what you think. Alright, so you guys know me, I don't like to drag things out, but I got to tell you this story to get to the point of that story, right? It is a fight out here, especially with the market being what it's being, but especially in my predicament and probably everybody else's predicament. And I'm going to tell you what makes the fight so hard. When I went into the Marine Corps, I know another Marine Corps story, right? Every Marine rifleman, if you haven't heard that, they give everybody a brand new, not brand new, shiny M4. And before they teach you how to do anything, they teach you how to clean it. Because you have to keep the rifle clean so that it works. The second thing that they will teach you is, where's my Marines at? Tap, rack, bang. They will teach you how to clear a jam. And why would the first thing they would teach you be how to clear a misfire, how to clear a misfeed, brass stuck? Why would that be so important? Because I can assure you, in a firefight, a jammed rifle is worst case scenario. I don't want somebody shooting at me, and I can't shoot back. So they prepare you from the beginning for the worst case scenario. You know, worst case scenario in life. You know, when my father died, it affected me, but he'd had multiple sclerosis for 16 years. We kind of knew the day was coming. When both of my grandparents died 2 months before, or 6 months before him, 2 months apart, it was a shocker, but when your grandparents are old, you're kind of prepared for it. Any phone call, but you know, they're almost 80. Any phone call could be that phone call. You're prepared for it, right? When my mother-in-law died, it about tore me to pieces because I wasn't prepared for it. That wasn't supposed to happen. That nowhere in my brain had that thought at that time. I was at Prime, as you guys know, for about 3 months. I'm in Phoenix. I'm doing lease stuff. That thought would never even cross my mind, and it wrecked my entire plan. It wrecked my entire life. It wrecked everything about me. When I didn't, the hardest part is, it's not that I was broken, is that I didn't think I could be broken, right? I didn't think that could happen to me. And it is not the exact, I would not disrespect her like that. It is very much like that when you're out here driving a truck. You can prepare for $3 a mile and 20,000 pound loads and constantly being in a reload area. But what does it do to you mentally when you're in Missoula, Montana for 3 days or 5 days? Because realistically, I got to Missoula on Saturday. I didn't leave till Wednesday. What are you prepared for that? What if, and knock on fake wood, I don't have any fake wood, knock on wood or something, I'm prepared that tomorrow this truck breaks and I'm out of business. I have a plan. Trust me, after the stuff I've been through in my life, that would not be the worst thing that ever happened to me. But so many people come out here and there's no preparation for worst case scenario. They look at their bills and they think, okay, I can do this and everything's going to go right. And when you go to Prime after leaving TMC as a company driver and you get your first truck and you get 15 miles down the road and it breaks, as you guys remember, I wasn't really prepared for that at that time. And I'd say lesson that I am learning, because it is a fight for everything mentally out here. Mentally sitting going, I know what I'm worth. I know what I need to make. I don't need to go haul freight just so I can make fuel money, right? I'm not going to go just haul freight so that somebody else gets paid. Because let me tell you, and this may be right, wrong, I am no business expert. I assure you of that. But I will tell you to your face that I've heard it said, you know, as the business owner, you get paid last. And I'll say, bullshit. I'm getting paid first. I'm not coming out here and doing this so that a broker can make money, so that a fuel company makes money. I'm out here for me and my family, right? So I have to be prepared that in order for me to get paid, my stuff's got to be handled. You got to have the mental preparation to be able to just get up, hook up, and go. You got to have the mental preparation to get told no. The reason I couldn't find a load is because I kept getting told no. But I'm not a no. You're a new authority. No, I'm a no. I'm just one phone call away from a load to Vermont like I've been looking for. But you got to make the phone call. You can't let the fear of not being prepared for 48,000 pounds, or the not being prepared for bad weather, or not being prepared for a customer that isn't the greatest to load at. You have to prepare for worst case scenario out here. Because when you're prepared for worst case scenario and things go right, these last 2.5 days, I've got 2 days more, have just been a breeze. Because I was prepared for it to be overweight and it wasn't overweight. And I was prepared for these kind of problems and I missed the storm. But because I prepare for worst case scenario, there's nothing I can't handle. And there's nothing you can't handle. There's nothing you can't do. But you have to be prepared for worst case. Because if you prepare for best case, you might be disappointed. And so we're prepared for the worst case that we may be bouncing home from Vermont to Texas. I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm prepared. I want to get some more videos of the good stuff. I'm going to end this video now because it's probably already gone on too long. I just wanted to say, don't prepare for the best case. Prepare for the worst case. Have your plans in order so that you know what you're going to do when the stuff goes sideways. You guys got this. I appreciate the support. We are getting ready to go home. I will have a video made before I go home that has some very good information in it. I hope you get some more cool videos. I hope you like that intro. God bless. Let's get rolling.